Hello. Oh, hello, and welcome back to another night and Valentine's Day. And okay, me and Richard. No, not. Shout out to Red. Happy Valentine's Day if you're watching Red. Liking the new icon bond. I'm not sure how long you've had it, but it looks bright. I'll have to zoom in, have a wee look. And hi, Skeptic Haven. Hello to Richard. Hello to Sammy. Who else did we see there? Nana Blooms. Is that Nana Lou?
What?
Is Nana Blooms Nana Lou?
Nana Blooms, yeah, I see that. And Ryan Coltastic.
We've got Ryan and we've got Dargendorf as well. So always for the regulars, thank you all for coming back to... I just hit these buttons. It is Nana Lou. We were right. Yay. Thanks everybody for coming back to the usual shit on Tuesday night. Fucked it up even more. Now we demonetized the whole thing. Yeah. Can't swear in the first fucking, what is it, fuckity fuck. Right. Thanks everybody for coming back. Really do appreciate it. Sorry that we weren't here last week. I took a whole week off. I'm on new tablets and stuff, and I just wanted to take a whole week with just doing no streaming or nothing, just take it to myself and stuff. But we've got 2 chapters left. I don't know if we're going to get through it tonight. That's down to Richard, whether Richard wants to continue or not continue and go for the whole thing. But then if we do the 2 chapters, there's an after party. So, if people want to hang around and see. But we are getting very, very close to the end of this particular series. We haven't decided.
Typical man, you're not very good at being a tease.
Hey, you don't know nothing. Yeah, we were.
Respect you all.
See, this is the
Marty and
this is the problem. Whenever we turn up late, and I set everything up, and then we turn up and I'm more professional but late. But then when we turn up on time, it's like, oh fuck, we were talking shit for half an hour. We need to actually set stuff up here and do these buttons. So yeah, it's what, Richard?
It's getting difficult to find decent Christians to argue with. It seems that my original assessment that everyone is too steeped in their doctrine is just turned out to be way too true.
It's getting very hard to argue, and I don't want to name names or anything like that, but it's getting very hard to find anybody that has, I don't know, even on the atheist side, people who are truly skeptical thinking, I think would be the honest, genuine, it's very difficult, don't get me wrong, it's super difficult to get past your bias. It really, really is hard to get past your own personal bias and stuff. It's taken me years. It's not something you can do overnight. But I feel that, if you want to come into a scene and make an argument, you have to declare your bias. You have to be aware, at least, of your own personal bias. So that is something that's getting harder and harder to find. So if anyone wants to argue with Richard, links are in the description. Hit him up. He'll stream many times in the day if he's not working. Man's crazy. Right. So, seeing as we are getting very, very close to the end, I will do this and I will freak out the entire thing. There we go. I knew that was going to happen.
Yep, it's freaked out.
Oh yeah, totally freaked out. We need to sort this. We will eventually fix the production. Alright, there's background software that's broken. Okay. Can't get it fixed just yet. But we're there. I see me, I see you, I see the chat, I see this. We're all good. Audio's good, video's good. Everybody should be happy. Jazz hands. Right, Richard, go. We are on chapter 21, so I do believe, yes.
We're just starting 21, yeah. Clean chapter.
Oh! I'm excited for the first sentence.
I am too. I really can't justify how religious people saying this book is valuable and is the Word of God ignore the following. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea.
Right.
Let's chat about that. What do you think?
I've never heard this reference before from any Christian or anything like that. You hear...
They won't preach it.
I don't know, something in my fire just made a really funny noise. Yeah, I've never heard. It's all end of days, end of stuff, and we are going to heaven. Never a new heaven.
Right.
And I don't think I've ever heard of first, you know, a new earth.
Yeah. The Mormons, who are often strawmanned, actually pay quite a bit of attention to this part of the text.
Sorry
and
about the
writings
echo.
of Joseph Smith do too. What's that?
Oh, I was apologizing to the audience. I didn't realize I had my volume so high.
It sounded good to me, but that's me.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
Ridge. I know. I seen it go up. Freaking. Yeah, I know. Moving on. No,
Peace and
no,
respect,
no.
Ridge.
We're hitting
Praise
knock
man.
again tonight. We're hitting knock again tonight.
Are we running over him? Are we?
No, he's running over us. You fucking said it right. Right. Moving
Okay,
on with our show. Our show.
Yeah, our show. Our show. That's what this is.
Yes.
Um,
New heaven,
okay, so-
new earth.
Right. So the text says several times that heaven lasts forever, and this seems an obvious contradiction. Okay. If there's only one heaven and it never gets added to, right, then you can't have the old heaven passing away. Right? If you think it means, the habitation of angels. However, if the topic here is this planet, then heaven is properly lowercase here, meaning the sky, which is why it would also talk about, dirt, sky, and water. Not waters, like oceans, the sea, the salt water, the place where you can go fishing and stuff.
Right, so new heaven and new earth, are you referring to that as in more predominantly no, they're both lowercase, so it's, you said the sky, what do you would describe the earth as then with the lowercase?
The earth here is also, I don't know why they didn't uppercase earth right here, but I'm sure they thought it meant soil, that kind of earth.
Right, so you're telling, so your description would be, and I saw a new planet.
Yes, necessarily.
What do you mean necessarily? I don't see it as a necessary thing, but...
Well, either that or there's a conflict saying that some of this stuff is claimed to go away, but it doesn't actually go away.
Well, it could also be metaphorical bullshit, there's also that possibility. But you're saying
Sure.
that it's a new planet, right? So
Yeah.
if I read this like you, we're doing your whole rewriting of the Bible, and I saw before me a new planet, for the first planet had passed away, and there was no more waters. Now this is sea, so there's no, why specifically water? No land, no ocean.
Yeah, because the angels take up the oceans off the planet. That's what causes the collapse of the crust.
Yes, passed away, gone. You don't need to say there's not, when it's dead, it's like, when my auntie died, so there was no more eyeballs in her head after 6 months. It's like, who the fuck cares?
Right.
She's dead. It's dead.
I think this is in precognition, understanding of human nature, that people would try to make this earth last forever in their religion and in their minds. So I think it's overstated on purpose a lot. And there's even Christian sects, Jehovah's Witness, Mormons, some Baptists, that think this earth is going to be restored at some point. So because of that, I think it's trying to contradict those ideas and make it super clear, just like the part that read, and there will be no more, bridesmaid, candles, carpenters.
Right, so we've got the new planet, right? So we've skipped, okay? They've just sort of, we're up in heaven now, making a point more so, I feel, about the old planet dying, because there's a new one setting forth the idea of, starting and all this bullshit. Excuse me. Chapter 2. And I, John, saw the holy city. So now we're John, the guy writing it.
Yes.
Right? And he saw the holy city, New Jerusalem. So are you telling me that New Jerusalem is our earthly planet spaceship thing that we get?
Our spaceship. Right?
Yes, our spaceship.
And we'll never live anywhere again else. We'll never live anywhere else long term again.
Hold on now. That's not necessarily true.
Why?
Because you said that I have the option, if I want, to leave.
I was speaking in a generality. Also, a person could kill themselves in heaven, apparently. But
is it that's another thing. Is it a decision for life? Like, can I go on adventure for a while and come back, or can I stay and get bored and then adventure? Do I have complete freedom?
I think it is about freedom, actually. I think that's the whole point, is us in the best body a human being can have, as our actual selves being exposed to the truth of the universe, and we just act appropriately because what's obvious. Where right now we have a lot of mysteries about the universe.
Okay, sorry. I asked a question, looked at the chat for like 3 seconds and come back, and you're talking about the mysteries of the universe. So it's complete freedom. I can come and go as I please, yes or no. It's mysteries of the universe. So. It's like, what?
No, I believe that it is about complete freedom, yes.
Okay. So not in generality then. You can come and go as you please. You don't have to live there forever.
I think most people would just choose to, hang out. There could be exceptions. I'm sure that in order to have not oppression in that society, then a person has to be able to do what they will, obviously.
Not the empire.
Right, no.
Okay, verse 3.
Yeah, so New Jerusalem meaning our heaven, the heaven for this earth, which would always be called the New Jerusalem. Yerushalayim means the place founded in peace, means a new place founded in peace. Like this was a really long time ago, before we all met each other and started killing each other and stuff. This earth was peaceful back then too, when tribes were small. Mm-hmm. Prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So here we have the motif of wedding again, although it's throughout the text. It's very prevalent. And husband here referring to the one in charge of that heaven, or Jesus. Clear enough arguments?
I'm going to agree with you, because I was just saying a load of people in the chat. So yeah, you're right this time.
So
you get away with it.
So it's easy to.
No,
I need to sneak more of that in. Look for your arms to extend toward keyboard.
Wait till I'm doing this, and then say whatever the fuck you want, and I come back and go, yep.
Oh yeah, thumbs up there.
Oh yeah, I can't do an Irish accent. Oh yeah.
That wasn't Irish.
I haven't a fucking clue what it was. Right. Voice out of heaven. Verse 3.
Northern United States, right below Canada, actually, around the Great Lakes. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, and this is the part where I will do a thing that will make your ears tingle again, announcements like through loudspeakers or something on the craft themselves.
Yeah, we've talked.
Behold, the tabernacle. What's that?
Yeah, no, we talked about this. I small ship, big ship, atmosphere. Yeah.
Metallic sound to whatever is being announced. Loud enough to hurt your ears if you're too close to it. Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them. I think he should be capitalized there, meaning the God figure, whether that's Jesus or the Father, depending on what heaven people go to. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
Now, God's capitalized. So in this reference, just to ask if I could. So God's capitalized. So in these references, God is your idea of the 7 ideas. It's not actually a physical person. Right. So God's all right. Okay. The tabernacle of God. We've talked about this before. Refresh my memory.
A tabernacle. Of course, if you look at the Old Testament, you end up with all these descriptions of a physical place.
Don't tell me that. Don't care. Tabernacle of God in the fucking sci-fi religion. Come on, give me this.
Spaceship.
Okay.
It just means his
spaceship.
Spaceship.
We're gonna have to get
big old
you.
Mothership.
I'm gonna write out the script for the Lego part of that video, and we're gonna time it so you open your mouth every time he says spaceship, and we're just gonna put that in. Perfect.
So it's apparently, according to the measurements here, if those are accurate, about 25% bigger than this planet. So big mothership. Okay. With men, literally, we're here. It arrives. It's with us, like you see it in the sky, that kind of thing. 4. And God shall wipe away all tears from their. Boy, Christians go too far with this line. Man. There shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. So the situation of earth no longer applies, is what this is generally saying.
Okay, now hold on, you're being very flowery with your words. The situation of earth. Can you just say mortality? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
Sure, mortality, disease.
Okay, so mortality,
limited lifespan, all that stuff.
More easier, the circumstances of earth. It could be fucking anything. Could be nuclear war in the circumstances of earth,
Well, I think this is a comparative between what we experience right now and what we're promised, according to the text, to be to experience there, and that we will think differently. Our physicality will be permanently healthy. So pretty much, the rules of killing an angel will be something like the rules of killing a vampire, sir.
There's a few new people in and stuff like that, and Ryan has mentioned that they are confused, and if you use less flowery language, people will understand easier.
Okay, let me get super literal with it then.
Oh God, no! We're gonna be here all fucking night. Right, knock yourself out, go.
I think what's being
spaceship!
By the way that I'm reading it, spaceship. By the way that I'm alien overlords. By the way that I'm reading it, it's talking about human beings being at their full potential. You could use an expression like fully evolved. Perfect for that environment.
You can't
not
say
having
fully
the
evolved.
problems we have now.
You can't say fully evolved. Okay.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
To an environment, to a specific environment, you can. If the environment's unchanging and you become perfect to that environment, you are perfectly evolved.
Right. Now that is different than fully evolved. You said fully evolved. First two times.
Okay, fully evolved. That works too.
No, fully evolved I disagree with. Perfectly evolved for your environment, I can say, yes, I agree with that. But fully evolved.
On the technicality.
No, it's not a technicality because you can never be fully evolved. You can never be like.
I get it. You're technically right. I concede. But that if heaven doesn't change and we're permanent residents of that environment, then we would be adjusted perfectly to that environment and then not change, if that makes sense.
I think you're making it even more complicated. We just should have said mortal and diseases are gone rather than the situation of earth and this.
Right. But I think the greatest thing that's needed within all of this reading is the words "wipe away all tears."
According to Triggered as Lord, we've got the Christian position is a renewed or restored heaven and earth.
Yeah, except it's not, and it's anti-biblical. And by the way, you're lazy.
Damn, salty.
Well, he is lazy, literally. He doesn't bother to look up these terms. He thinks that like maybe the King James Version is a perfect translation. And acts as though it is when it isn't. It's a translation. I mean, what's the word translation mean? So Christians will go into great depth saying things like, we'll have no tears because we'll be happy that other people went to hell.
Oh no, that's
wow.
Like, that stupid argument is the very first thing that I thought of when I came out of Christianity. How can you be happy if the person you love is in hell? You're a sheep.
If you're
blah,
a jerk.
Blah, 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 blah. It's the most basic, stupidest first argument I ever come up with.
Right.
You
It's a good argument. It makes no sense. It's like saying you won't even be human.
Yeah. You're a sheep, no mind, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there's apologetics for all of that. But that, just to say, sure. Triggered as Lord already got too much attention.
Right.
Going on to 5.
I just want to say what I think is the opposite view that actually justifies this, makes sense in reality. If we thought of each other and our past lives and of ourselves at a higher level, it seems entirely possible to me that we wouldn't have this same view we have now, saying things like suffering and is evil, and saying things like my suffering has made me bitter. Okay? So I think that's what's being referred to is in a higher mind, we would not look at it the same way. Not that we would not have the same emotions, or that there's something wrong with the emotions we're having now. I don't think so.
You're throwing in an extra dimension of emotion and an extra dimension of thinking that we are not capable of contemplating right now. So it's a
right.
You know.
Yeah, it's kind of an appeal to ignorance.
Well, I'll make a deal with you. I will ask my purple rhino that lives in the kitchen. Now, I don't let him out that often, but I'll ask him after the stream and see what he says.
Why not ask him now?
Because he's asleep. He sleeps when I stream because he's polite. He knows that I take this quite serious. No, like, have you ever seen a fucking rhino when they're awake, man? They make a lot of noise, like, so he sleeps while I stream. Polite like that.
That's a good arrangement.
Yeah.
Right on.
5. There's a throne.
And he that sat upon the throne said, I think this is any high angel speaking for God, because God doesn't speak literally. Behold, I make all things new.
Oh.
Okay, well, the one who makes all things new.
Sorry. I just have a problem with the way you said God doesn't speak. You should just say God's a set of ideas. Because if you could say God doesn't speak, then it's still true that God's a mute God and a human being. You know, it's just clarification.
Fair enough.
You know?
A set of ideas doesn't actually speak. It does make demands of those who believe in the ideas, but it doesn't literally speak aloud, which is why it never speaks aloud. There's always a messenger or somebody. Behold, I make all things new. This is literally the words Genesis. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely, elsewise referred to as the fountain of youth. But that's a separate religion. So the fountain of youth and new situation, and Jesus does all this stuff. And he always has and always will. Because that's what Jesus means.
Okay. No.
He.
Yeah. This is what I'm waiting.
Mathematical identity male.
Go on. This is what I'm waiting for you to get to. I'm not even thinking about the gender thing, but go on. This is the bit I'm waiting for you to get to.
He that overcometh shall inherit all things. But Christians think they overcome. Do they all inherit all things? What is this, communism? No. There's actually a chain of command in heaven. And I thought
you were going to say, what is this, Mormonism? You went communism. You could have said Mormonism. You'd have been closer.
No, Mormons have like sectionalized idea where each of them become Christ.
They all get a planet or something. Communism doesn't give anyone a fucking planet.
That's what I'm saying. This is not a share and... I mean, it's share and share alike, but there's still a chain of command described here.
Oh. I have to just pee in Willie's hat. Nice to see you, Willie.
Strength and honor, sir. So when Christians read he that overcomes, they think it's going to be them, and they shall be his son? No, you won't. Stop aggrandizing yourself. You can't claim that. Stop it.
Oh, Richard. You can't shout at a Christian for saying that, because if Sammy's still here, you make claims, and me and Sammy can say your claims attach you to being the Jesus. So if people are saying that they're all this, that, and the other under your religion, I can make an argument that you say you're Jesus sometimes.
Okay,
with the actions
when you
that
hear
do.
me claim...
No,
with the claim that I know all of it.
You shouldn't know all of it to the end times.
Well, Jesus, before he does his job, has to know all of it. That's
good caveat. Good. I'm poking fun
Okay.
at you. Come on, go on ahead.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I think I'm an old man who had a dream, and I think the dream's important, so I'm sharing it. That does not mean that I think I'm Jesus, or
No.
something like that.
No, because if you admitted to being that, then you couldn't.
That's also true.
Exactly.
In an internal critique, that's also, I see it. I mean, it's not that I don't see it.
Oh no, you definitely do see it. Me and Sammy love winding you up about it.
Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are faithful and true. And he said unto me, it is done. Okay, so here we are at the end again. Alpha, Omega, beginning and the end. I give to him the water of life freely. And that him there can be they. Unlike the other he who overcomes, which is not predication.
Okay,
but
too
identity.
many pronouns in one sentence. He that then can be they. Alright, I don't know what the fuck you just said.
I promise it made sense to me.
Now, he that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. That's where we're at.
That's talking Jesus.
Right. And I'm talking about, the idea. Now, is this where you get the idea of the Father being a previous Jesus and on the next earth? So he doesn't inherit the earth that he left. He gets to be the Father of the next one. Is this one sentence where you get that idea from?
Not the only place, but it's one of the places.
One of the big places on the fucking hand. Big
Sure.
places, yeah.
Sure. But the fearful, by the way, fear being one of the seven spirits of God is talking about a respectful fear, like I don't want to mess up. And this fear here, when you dig into it, is about like being paralyzed by fear, mentally stricken, awestruck by fear, that a bad fear.
So not like triggered as Lord being all scared. No. Different.
Yeah, not like that.
Different.
In fact, if you think about it, spaceships arriving to the Earth will cause people to be fearful, right? And if you're paralyzed by that fear, then you'll reject the event as the arrival of heaven, which would keep you out, which is why it says the following. But the fearful and the unbelieving and the abominable and the murderers and the whoremongers and the sorcerers and the idolaters and the liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone. That's the crust melting, which is the second death. So the second death is your body like dying in a lava flow. That's what second death means here. Which makes sense that the first death is death of an idea, and the second death is death of a body, because when you're dead, you can't repent of things, you can't change your mind, because you're not thinking nothing, because you're dead. So they come in this order. Of course, Christians beg the question here and say something like, the second death is being thrown into hell because they make the lake of fire hell. And then they have the torment problem where you're alive but dead, but the spirit lasts forever, but you're spiritually dead, and it's all a huge mess. Whereas if you take the Bible at face value that the dead know nothing, this only means physical death, and it's simple.
You seen me on the keyboard? You get a free pass with that. I was setting up.
Lovely. The good timing on both of us.
Yeah, you mightn't like the poll though. Right, we're going with the poll. Anybody want to vote in the poll? Feel free to vote in the poll. We're going to let the poll go for a wee while.
Moving on then.
The free pass was worth it. The free pass was worth it.
Second death. Number 9. And there came unto me one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials. So this is one of the 7 that were pouring out the God's wrath on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it says that. Vials full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, come hither, I will show you the bride, the Lamb's wife. So the New Jerusalem, the heaven.
The spaceship.
Spaceship. And he carried me away into the spirit. You know, sometimes this into the spirit thing seems to me like into a different realm.
Oh, don't go all that shit on me. You're already there. Like, you don't need to get...
Like space. Like space is just a different realm that you don't experience on this
Space
earth.
is
I mean,
not
you
a
look up,
different...
You see it, you hear about it.
Ah, come on. Realm is a fucking word.
Realm.
Yeah, right. Well, space is not a different realm. Space is the final frontier, if anything, but that's about it.
Okay, into a different frontier. I'll say it that way then.
Realm just is very, to me, spiritual, magically, sort of multi-dimensional, sort of realm has that connotation.
I like the.
You would be closer
word.
if you said you went from one fluid to another fluid. That would be closer.
Okay. I wouldn't think of it that way, but okay, I can see the comparison.
Even air is a fluid. They're all fluid dynamics, you know?
I understand there are fluid dynamics concerned with gases. I understand that.
There you are. And there is hydrogen molecules in space, very apart. So I'm going to say that there is gas in space.
There's not only gas in space, there are solids in space.
Shh, no, that's macro.
Like planets, for instance.
There's planets in space. At least
I'm afraid
24 of them.
Well, there's at least this one. I know that. The rest of it we can argue, but I know there's this planet in space.
Mystique Tina Jones to infinity and beyond.
No one's voting on your thing. Oh, it's got 13 votes. It's just I haven't voted, so I don't see the results.
No, don't vote. It's 69% yes. No, we're going to end the poll. 69. Okay. There we go. You didn't get to vote. The answer is yes. 2/3 of my audience think you're Space Jesus.
Wait a minute. How do you have 69 and 30%?
Yeah, how do you have... YouTube, are you broken? Can you math?
That's bad maths.
YouTube can't math.
By addition, that's...
99. There's 1% undecided.
There's not that many people voted that you could have a 1% vote. Did 100 people even vote? I don't think so.
You do realize that there's 13 people voted, so that's that's like an odd number. So it can't be evenly split. So that's probably why. If there was 14... No, that makes no sense. I don't even know where I'm going with this. That's wrong math.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I'm trying to justify YouTube being broken. It says...
they're just broken.
It doesn't say 70. It says 69. Anyhow, big mountain, great city, New Jerusalem.
Yeah, the word mountain here means a looming mountain, and from the perspective, you have to be looking down from the top of the mountain as if like looking down from the eaves of a house onto someone below.
Just to say, Sammy didn't vote. All right? The reason I did the fucking poll was because Sammy said he was here, and I knew I would get at least 2 votes for yes. And the motherfucker didn't even fucking vote. Right? For that, okay, we're having another poll. Should Sammy lose his mod status because he didn't vote?
Because he didn't pay attention, he wasn't quick enough. Yeah.
It's not like he's got anything real life going on or anything. You know? Love to you, Sammy. Hugs and all. Right. Great Wall. We're at that fucking stupid movie in China with the...
So part of the reason I think it's referring to him going to a perspective of heaven is because looming mountain means heaven here. It doesn't mean like a rock sticking up out of the earth, you know, or plate tectonics and etc.
Yeah, mountainy thing. Yeah. It's talking about space.
Showed me the great city. That great city, of course, Babylon, or the earth, and the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
Spaceship.
Okay, this is a different great city. This is a different great city. Yeah, the New Jerusalem, or heaven, or our heaven, or the 24th of the 24 elders. The smallest spaceship. Oh, tiny spaceship at 1,500 miles across. Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto a stone most precious, even like a jasper stone, clear as crystal. Traditional jasper or classic jasper is the pink purple that we think of as magenta or true red, printer red. What they teach you in school is red, is not red, or printers would use it. And had a great and high, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and the names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. When you look at the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, each of them get a blessing and a symbol. Those symbols align to the zodiac, except for one, just one, which there's no debate because there's only one left over by default. It goes in that other position. A one-for-one comparison. Let's see, if I started out at Simeon the warrior, you have hold on a second, stuck on a word. Simeon and what's the sword in the zodiac? What symbol is that? Which position?
Oh, I have no idea.
I know it's this position right off of north. I'm not going to go through them all. Anyway, there's a one-to-one correlation. Like, for instance, Taurus the bull, Reuben the bull, Libra the balances, Naphtali the balances. It's just the same symbols. The Leo the lion, Judah the lion. It's a one-for-one. So you have angels representing each tribe, saying that if you're born under this sign, you're of this tribe, which is really simple to figure out. Your zodiac sign is your Jewish tribe. If you want to look at it that way, and understanding that people are grafted into the tribe of Israel, those that struggle with God, you are part of Israel. Congratulations on your birthright.
For people who live in the city, like I stood out the front tonight for at least 2 minutes. The way it's just situated tonight, I have Orion just above the next, like 3 doors down, and then I've got the plough and stuff. You can just see the whole night sky. It is just, I love living in the countryside. There's one light way up there, and there's one light way down there, and you can just see the whole fucking thing. See Orion's belt, the head going up, plough over there. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Absolutely beautiful. I apologize for taking my camera off. I have something in my nose, and I just cannot
take
get
care
it
of your
out.
nose. It's okay. I'll get away with saying stuff while you're busy.
Right, back.
So this painting behind me, I did not use any what
Paint?
teachers
Did you write it? Did you do it in blood?
kindergarten? I used paint. Yeah, plastic-based paint, but yeah, I didn't use any classical fire engine red color to make this. This is just magenta and black. So you'd think you couldn't get these colors out of magenta. You absolutely can. You just have to mix in the right amount of black.
Oh no, I think we talked about this before. Yes.
Yeah. Crystal. Okay.
Great Wall.
12 tribes of Israel got it. And the east 3 gates, on the north 3 gates, on the south. By the way, this is 12 gates.
Okay.
And the wall of the city had 12 foundations, and in them, the names of the 12 apostles. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my chart because that does so much better than anything else I can do.
You have a chart?
Of this, chapter 21 of the book of Revelation, yes. Oh my gosh, it's on my other StreamYard. And where did I put that? Okay, I'll find it. Crap. I don't have it with me right now.
Well, preparation.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think about this coming. I just talk about it as it comes. So yeah, I'm going to read this real quick, and then I'm going to summarize all of it because it goes into some depth here. And the wall of the city, 12 foundations, the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb, and he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof, and the city lieth foursquare, and the length as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with a reed, 12,000 furlongs, that's 1,500 miles. The factor is 0.8. The length and breadth of the and the height of it are equal, not 0.8, 1/8. And he measured the wall thereof 144 cubits, according to the measure of a man, that is, of the angel. So we're talking about standardized measurements here. You can actually look them up.
Yeah,
the
cubits is this and all the rest of it, yeah.
The city pure gold, and like unto clear glass. So the court of the city, or the center of the city, the bottom of it, is valuable like gold, but clear like glass. I'm gonna have to show you guys the chart sometime. And the foundation of the wall of the city garnished all manner of precious stones. The first found. By the way, these are in the same order and necessary order to a color chart. So this makes. If
Are you telling me that this is the rainbow in order? Is this the rainbow in order?
It's in order when you align it to the 12 apostles and their positions, and it's out of order when you align it to the 12 tribes of Israel who still keep these colors on their flags.
Okay, you say color chart, 12 colors on a color chart. I would like a color chart that you didn't just make up, because I could go to the fucking local B&Q and get 12 colors on a color chart, you know.
It's not made up because it's right here. Those are specific colors.
Yes, I know they're specific colors, but you're saying that they are said in a specific row to match with the color chart. So I'm wondering, who the fuck made the color chart? Where did the color chart come from? I assumed you meant the rainbow. So it's something that can't be changed.
If I put these in rainbow order, it makes a pretty thorough, rainbow in a circle. And then when I use the Hebrew flags aligned to the zodiac on that same circle where east is east, and that's the primary position, the first position, then you get an offset.
Okay. I need to see the chart.
It's kind of complicated. How can I get that for you?
I don't think it matters right now.
I have it. Ah, here it is. Or a copy of it. Okay, so it looks like this. This one's too small, really. But
oh my god, yeah, that makes everything easier. Although I do see the colors.
So, I mean, if I can say this, but wow, it's hard to draw a mental picture of this. So you have the primary direction as Jasper, true red at east, and then it gives the cardinal directions. We went over this before: east, north, south, and west. The four corners. And then, of course, on the outside there, we've got the tribes of Israel and their colored flags, which are still those colors today, same as these stones. And then in color order on the inner circle, this aligns to the zodiac and creates months of the year. Then the offsets create these lines in the middle here. And those intersections, if you go from the center out through a ray, it points at a specific date.
Hold on, Richard, 1 second. Apologies for the really rough edit. Freedom! Right. Richard, you're full screen now. Apologies for the bad edit.
Okay. So you've got the Hebrew on the outside, the apostles on the inside. The order given is for the 12 tribes. And then the apostles go in there, and there's a repeating pattern in that, and there's a repeating pattern in this, where position 1, it goes east, then north, south, then west. That creates that Z line right there. And then the primary position east, Jasper, and then the other colors are given in the same order: position 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 5, 6 go here, 7, 8 go. Let's see. All right, there. 9, 10, and 11, 12. So there's this repeating, self-confirming pattern to it.
Point me out. I'm a 1st of August Leo. Go.
Leo the lion is where's Leo? Right there.
What magic power do I get?
The magic you have the magic power of being represented by the sun. There's no magic powers. Sorry.
Damn. I did eventually. I did get that star chart of my daughter's one. It's in the kitchen now.
Yeah.
So
the non-overlapping lines due to the offset, like for instance, what's a line you can see real easy? The east going to north line, right? And then you've got the amethyst going to amethyst line, which creates this intersection.
Can I ask a question, Richard?
Sure.
Are you up for streaming after this?
I want to, yeah.
Right. Well, then we'll finish the chapter and you can discuss that more in it, because I feel like we're losing a wee bit of this and just...
It's damned complicated. That's what it turns out. But it's really interesting because the first time I saw this, when I was reading this chart kind of appeared like as a shadow behind the text as I was reading this. And then I drew it out according to this. And then I thought, well, what if that's wrong? So I tried like to do it 30 other ways. And it all ends up just trash, where it doesn't indicate a damned thing. But this thing is so good, I can take chalk and just like annotate the colors. And I can use my shoulder as a what's that word? To create a circumference.
Diameter, radius.
Yeah. What's that? I was thinking, what's the name of that tool that you create circles?
Oh, compass.
Anyway, a compass. I can use my shoulder as a compass point and make this chart and do it, not great. And it doesn't even have to be everything's 15 degrees, but it still works. Ooh. Even if it's kind of sloppy.
Just before you finish. Yeah, we should definitely take a picture of this and see if it mathematically works out. Now, you may not be aware of this. No, we'll take a picture. We'll get the real one before the next stream on yours, Okay. No, I don't know about this. Hold on. Let me just articulate my thoughts a wee bit better. Has anyone seen The Martian? The alphabet and the way that they were able to split things up in a circle with the camera, because the standard alphabet, trying to do that to spell out words in a circle using only pointing and clicking, was very difficult. So there's a mathematical language that you can write things down with correlations in an alphabet in circles. And that's what they used in The Martian. Now, you could have just naturally come across that if it's similar and added your own flair to it. But I would be interested to see how your circle sort of matches up with it in this thought that I'm having right now.
I showed this to a classical musician, a pianist, and he said it looked like the circle of fifths to him. We did an overlay of the circle of fifths onto this and applied the sacrifices by position. He played the sacrifices of the Old Testament. It was absolutely gorgeous music.
You recorded it, of course.
No.
In reference to the bot commands, I keep meaning to upload them to the website, Mystique. There is a million different commands. Sometimes we just add commands for the crack. We watched a video like 2 years ago. If you type in apostrophe flan, F-L-A-N, you should get flannel Dan. And that's for some guy who randomly came out of a crowd one night and asked a really annoying question to some apologist. And we all were rooting for him for like an hour. It was go Flannel Dan.
Flannel Dan.
Flannel Dan. There is so many commands in that bot. I do need to upload them to the website. It's a work in progress at the minute, but yeah. Right, and we're going to get to the end of this chapter. We need to get to the end of this chapter. 12 gates, 12 pearls, 12. No temp. Oh, right. We'll skip to the whole thing. 22.
22. And I saw no temple. That means no worship, no church. In heaven, no church.
Right. Temple. Has temple ever been used in your... No. Did I say apostrophe? I fucking meant exclamation mark. Fuck's sake. All commands are exclamation mark. I am not good at grammar.
I think everybody knew what you meant, didn't they? Yeah, exclamation, not apostrophe. Yeah. Okay. So no church, no religion in heaven, which I find quite refreshing. Thank you. I'm sick of religion. For the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are the temple of it. Now, you're not going to go inside them and worship, of course. You're not going to go inside a set of ideas. Nor, you could say that the Lamb here is like a constitutional lawyer helping to explain what the Constitution is about to the mass of people. That's his job. which is why he's judge. He's literally judging that, not judging people. Nothing to judge about people in that situation. And the city had no need of the sun, artificial lighting, neither of the moon, again, night lights, to shine in it, for the glory of God did lighten it. That is the glory of heaven and spaceship and artificial lighting. And the Lamb is the light thereof. So the interpretation of that God, lighting it, like enlightenment of mind, not like casting auras or something. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor to it. The kings of the earth
no, glory and honor to it. You skipped in.
Into it. Same word.
No, to it, I can give something to you, but if I give something into you, that's a little different.
Fair enough.
Hi, Michael.
But I think I've already said enough. The idea of an encapsulating spaceship and everything's inside.
Okay. So
Nothing's
not coming on
outside
to
of it.
me. Right. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not hot, sexy a man as you are. I'm just not coming on to you.
I desperately need to shave. The blur effect keeps making me look like I have horns. Look at this. I've got horns right there in that position.
You do not.
I've got little horns just there. I need to shave the head.
Doesn't look like horns to me.
I need
But
to
anyway,
fucking shave the head.
Okay, so we are a complement to heaven, each of us. And I think the word kings of the earth, I don't know. I don't think it's all that big of an idea. Not like saying the people who are leaders right now, but the people who help bring those into heaven. Meaning, I think the apostles are the kings of the earth, to bring their glory and honor into it. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day. Meaning that day, meaning this special day. For there shall be no night there. That is, we're in the glory of God, or in a binary solar system. And they shall bring the glory and honor.
Well, if you lived in a
nations
fucking
into
spaceship, all the lights would be on all the time. You do the whole Star Trek thing,
Sure. Unless you go into your room and you shut off the lights.
Yeah, you just shut the light off. There's no night, no day. You just have a time thing. I think 36 hours is what they decided was best.
For a human being in a cycle?
In a TV show, was it Star Trek or was it Star Wars? No, it probably was Star Trek Deep Space Nine. I think Deep Space Nine had a 34-hour system or a 36-hour system running on Deep Space
That's
Nine.
weird. I wish I could maintain that. I think that would work really well for me.
If every day was 36 hours long.
That would work really well for me personally. This 24-hour thing doesn't really get it.
Yeah, there's not enough time.
There's not enough time being awake, and then I'm not tired enough to go to sleep, but then I have to go to sleep and get up within the next whatever.
Yeah, I would really like to do the same shit that I do, but get maybe 8 to 10 hours sleep instead of the 4 that I get. Having an extra, being able to sleep for an extra 8 hours.
Yeah, and then 28 hours awake, that'd be great for me.
Yeah. Like if I had a full day awake and sleep for 12, wow, I would get so much shit done. Well, It makes no difference because the same time is the same time. But if everybody worked by that time scale, so much shit done.
I actually like the idea. I mean, for very personal reasons that are very subjective, but it seems like my biological clock likes that.
Yeah.
Glory, honor, gates. Yeah, so heaven's going to be open during the time that we're in the glory of God, or, between two light sources in a binary solar system, with the spaceships literally parked right there in the sky, and anyone can go at any time they change their mind, which is pretty cool.
The chat's very lively tonight. Andrew thinks I've got swine flu now. What? It's all crazy in here. And they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it, the spaceship, right? So all the human cultures, all the people of the world, all that sort of bollocks. Is that what you're? Yeah, right.
Right. Not just Christians who are Southern Baptists of the NIFB who believe correctly. No, it's not about that.
My damn nose is so itchy today. I pulled all my nose hairs out earlier. That's probably why. And there shall be in no wise enter. Hold on. And there shall in no wise enter into it anything that defileth, neither whatsoever worketh,
yeah,
abomination or maketh a lie, but they which are written in the Lamb's book. Right. Break that fucking shit down.
When in Middle English, late Middle English, TH, it means to continue. So it's not just defiling or that you have defiled, it means to continue to defile.
Yeah, sorry. Andrew, didn't see Pigs in Space, but did watch Muppets in Space.
I loved the Muppet Show. I loved Jim Henson and his son and all their work and just.
Oh, I'm thinking of watching the new Crystal. You know the Dark Crystal, the puppets. They've remade that story and stuff. I don't know if they're going to do a second series. They really should, but the first series.
They did it with actual humans this time, though. Yeah.
No, they did the whole puppet thing. They went the whole Jim Henson puppet thing.
Okay, cool.
Slightly changed the story, but they did proper puppets.
I wouldn't even know what that was if it wasn't for you. So this work eth, that means continue to work, abomination. In other words, there's not going to be any entry in heaven with a person ascending to heaven thinking that they can bullshit their way in. And that they'll get to keep bullshitting people. That's not going to happen. Of course, with expanded awareness of each other and sensitivities in our expanded minds, you couldn't do any of these things. Because you wouldn't be able to lie to people.
Well, that's what I'm just thinking with you're saying, right? Now, I'm just assuming from knowledge from you, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong. Richard is saying you are unable to lie to people. And we are hearing that with our human minds and our Christian minds speaking, the people in the audience and all that bullshit going, oh, we're going to be a fucking sheep and shit like that. Richard isn't meaning that you are unable to tell a lie. Richard is, I think that this leans upon your idea of prayer, Richard, yes?
Yeah.
Right. Basically, Richard,
yeah.
Okay. Slamming it down for the audience. Richard, we all become basically telepathic and everybody can read your mind. There's no point in telling a lie because it'll just be obvious.
It'd just be a waste of time, yeah.
Yeah, we all get psychic powers.
Well, better psychic powers than we already have.
I have psychic powers?
Of course you do. That's how you can sometimes, like, finish sentences of people that you barely know and they haven't even finished the context.
Remind me this afterwards because I have a story to tell you too, but go on ahead.
Everyone has a story like that. You can't get to 30 years
old. No. Me and you have had this discussion. We did a whole stream about it, but I have recently come into some new knowledge of a particular thing, which I don't know if you want to take it one way or another way, but it's definitely a subjective piece of information.
Oh, by the way, I'm doing remote viewing on my channel, and I'm trying to do it about once a week, inviting as many people as possible to participate. And so far, I'm not saying that we're getting like 25% right, but these are people who are not practiced at it. But we are getting, 1 to 5% right on average, when did this statistically happen? I've been doing it. I've done like 4 shows so far.
And the fucking only fucking telling me to fucking fuckity fuck?
Well, fucking yeah.
Well, that deserves that. I kicked both of us. Fuck me. I ended up kicking both of us off the stream. I didn't kick you from the... I kicked you from the room, but it kicked me from the stream, which was fucking annoying.
I hate laughing in public because my face turns really red and this V shows up in veins on my forehead.
Every fucking week I ask you what you're doing. You're like, oh yeah, I got to show tomorrow with, these boys. One of them might be sleeping.
But you said it yourself. I've been doing a lot of impromptu streaming, and you're right, I have.
You have.
And
No, it's good to see. It's good to see. If nobody subbed to Richard, sub to Richard. Richard, I'm going to do a rant. No, hold on. I'm going to do a rant now. This is your opportunity to book the stream. Book the stream on your channel now. I'm going to rant for like 2 minutes. Book the.
Oh, okay. Got it. I'll work on that.
There you go. Yeah, you have to be obvious with our Richard sometimes. Thanks everybody for coming tonight. Saturday on the 4th of March, I found another new wee channel the other night. Well, I don't think he's that new. I see maybe... Oh, I can't even remember the amount of videos he has on his channel. Let me see if I can bring the channel up. Shut up, phone. Oh, that's Bree's fault. Bree, stop posting Patreon content. Where is he? Oh, for flip's sake, that's right. Facebook. People use Facebook Messenger. His name is Brentley Brent. Doing a few wee live streams and stuff like that, and was chatting to him the other night. We had a bit of banter. Bree, stop posting Patreon content in the middle of my stream. Yeah, so that'll be happening on the 4th of March on Saturday. I'm hoping to have someone on this Saturday. I don't know what I'm doing this Saturday. Might do something Friday. I don't know. Might wait till Gur goes live and then go live when Gur goes live. Richard, at least come back and screen. Come on. You're leaving me on my own here. Don't do well. Bree, biblically debate? Is that with biblically? And if it's not on my channel and not on your channel, you're not my friend no more. Divorce. And now we wait for the chat. Oh, and he fucking fades into existence.
Yeah, the angels are forever doing that.
Is it with biblically Bree?
Oh, there's Nerdy Rodent. Peace and respect, Nerdy Rodent. And Regios. You as well. I put it in private chat because you're using, whatever program to blah, 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 and I can't post stuff.
Just say something in the live chat and I'll make you a mod if you're not a mod. I don't know why you're not a mod if you're not a mod. It's probably... You
okay, fine.
Are you not a mod?
Okay. Yes, I'm a mod. Let me open up another screen of yours.
I can't see the private chat. If you want to post it again, hold on. Do it again. Hold on. Now post it in the private chat and I'll see it.
I got it.
It's with biblically Philip. Oh my goodness. What are you going to debate with biblically? That's the StreamYard link, Richard.
Yeah? What'd you want me to do?
The YouTube link.
That's on my channel. It'll be the thing coming up.
Yeah, but you post it in the live chat because people are lazy.
Hold on a second.
Thank you, Regios. This is why Regios is the top Patreon, top member. A lot of love for Regios. Does an awful lot for the channel. And I want to thank everybody that does come by. Everybody that watches. We really good numbers tonight. I appreciate everybody. I know everybody's fucked off to go watch fucking Rage talk about Praise I Am and fucking Kent Hovind. I swear to God, if I have to watch another repeat, I don't know. See, the longer I stay in this community, every year it goes round a wee circle and just gets a little deeper down the shithole, down the toilet. And nothing against Knock or anything like that. I know he's involved, with the situation, so he's totally justified in what he's doing, but Yeah, Richard's sad. Look, see, sad. So
Just because my eyelid itches doesn't mean I'm sad or upset or anything else. It just means I had an itch.
Richard, would you mind posting the StreamYard link again in the private chat? So I can
StreamYard link again.
Yeah, so I can see it to come to join. Are you leaving it open? Are you happy for anyone else to join as well?
Just scroll up in the StreamYard link. It's right there.
No, I deleted it.
Anybody.
I deleted
Oh,
it.
you deleted.
Yes.
Okay.
It's called
Hold on a
production.
second then. Make me do it 4 times. It's fine.
Yes, I'm making you do it 4 times. All right, 4 screens 4 times. Yes, hard life for you.
Life's tough.
Life is tough. These are third world problems, Richard. Okay, wait till the
I'm telling
aliens
you.
get here and you have to fucking camp north.
Now, where do you want this?
Private chat, please. So I have a
Okay, there
link
you go.
of somewhere to go.
There it is.
Thank you very much. I very much appreciate that. Are you happy for
appreciate it.
anyone to join your stream?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Well, what will happen is I will end this stream in about 2 minutes. I will post the link to this and then do a wee bit of green room to make sure nobody's getting their dick out, because we wouldn't want that
Right.
in your channel.
Well, I've scheduled this for an hour from now.
You've got 15
So-
minutes to go with your smoke.
Because it's like dinner time and stuff for a lot of people right now.
So you're not going live after this.
In an hour. Give people a chance to, do what they do.
Well, there'll be backroom banter. I'll be in the back room.
Right on.
Backroom banter. There'll be backroom banter. Don't leave me alone with Richard. Please don't leave me alone with Richard. And on
Won't
that
leave you
note,
alone too long.
thanks everybody for coming again. Rambled for the last 5-10 minutes while he did that. Yeah, world is round. 1 a.m. where Darg is. Dargendorp, I didn't see your reply. 3 years out of date in my BIOS. Oh. See you over at
Skeptic
Richard's.
Haven, I'm actually having trouble finding people who are skeptical and make good arguments. And too often I hear appeals to church fathers and stuff like that, and it's not logical argumentation, which I really desire. 2 reasons I want logical argumentation. If I'm wrong, I'd rather be right, so I want corrected. And if this view of these stories is correct, that matters. What'd you just bring up?
I fucked everything up because I hit a button. One button. One button. Messed everything up. Anyway, the link is posted. If anyone wants to join the StreamYard, there will be background banter there. Richard has a stream booked. We will go live whenever it goes live. Ignore the hour. It'll be before the hour.
Yeah,
right?
if there's enough people backstage after I have a cigarette, we'll just go live.
There you go. Right. So everybody, let's all raid Richards. So, see you all soon. Hitting the button. Thank you all for coming.